Calliope here. Unfortunately, I don't have a very pleasant announcement to make to our audience today. As the title suggests, Shonen Ronin in its current iteration is ending. Now, I still plan on taking this channel forward as the owner, and lately I've been considering myself the primary editor. But the announcement is that the chairman of the Hunter x Hunter 2011 Dick Writing Association has stepped down as a writer for Shonen Ronin, along with Cherry Boy Writer. Technically, I'd say Cherry Boy Writer quit YouTube over a year ago, but he still maintains a blog, and we're just adapting that into videos that I edited. So yeah, with the Hunter x Hunter 2011 Dick Writing Association leaving, for this channel, he will ever be internalized as the chairman of that association. Unfortunately for my social currency bank account, there is not really any drama or dirt for me to dig up on why this event has occurred, other than our goals have slightly, they've stopped aligning. The hobby of YouTube is a tough and treacherous journey to make it to the top. So, like I said, Cherry Boy Writer, he already quit basically. And the Hunter x Hunter 2011 Dick Writing Association, it's been some tough times. I'm pretty sure you could mark Shonen Ronin down as a victim of the coronavirus if you really wanted to. I know I would, since we haven't really been that active in these past few months. So I could go more in depth into what has occurred, but I would rather tie the video up with those personal details. I want to talk more specifically about how this will affect you, the audience, and what this channel will look going forward. First off, there will be probably some huge rebranding changes, but the time of when that will happen into what is a question that I'm not even certain about, and it will depend on what shape this channel takes over time. Now, the reason I think this channel needs rebranding is simply I don't think there will be as much shonen content. I still like shonen, but I was not really one of the writers breaking down the theory of shonen or anything crazy like that. So, this channel just won't have enough shonen to be called Shonen Ronin, simply put. Now, you may be wondering, what about some of the series we have on shonen that haven't been finished? Well, to my knowledge, Cherry Boy Writer is still blogging, so go check him out on User Friendly. I'll put a link in the description for him. And on that note, Hunter x Hunter 2011 DRA will also probably still be blogging, but he told me it won't be on anime or manga, so it will take quite a different form. But I will put the link to both their blogs in the description if you want to keep following them. So yes, to my knowledge, Cherry Boy Writer will still be making the series on Yu Hakusho, what did and did not work. And I do have permission to continue the YouTube series. So likely that will happen, assuming that those blog posts are made, but as that is not a series I write, it all depends on if those get made. There are also some other shonen videos that I could make, and it's kind of up to the audience if you really want to see it, because, I'm not as passionate on completing these if this era is ending. And that is, I did voice the Shonen Trope Talk on Power Absolute, so let me know if you want to see that. Even I could adapt an Act Age video, but again, Shonen Ronin is ending, so it really depends if you guys want to see those posts. They probably will be among the last of the, true videos of this era. With there likely being less shonen content, what content will replace that? Well, I personally want to make more donghua reviews, Chinese animation. I've been watching a lot of that, even more so than anime, and I'm kind of just more interested in that. So, not that I will stop making anime videos, but with this chance to make a fresh start, I think I'll start doing more of those. And particularly, maybe I'll try to do one review of those a week. You may have seen that I've been doing community posts where I just list some, so I think that will be something I do. Going forward, I think there might be more leftist videos. If you didn't know, Cherry Boy Writer and the Hunter x Hunter DRA, they kind of already abandoned the left, so they weren't really adding that much there. And I would like to take the channel more in that direction, but again, this is just my hobby. I'm not exactly certain I do want to infuse this channel with purely politics. I kind of just want to do what's fun, especially what's fun for me and the audience. And I do think politics are fun, so it probably will have a place, and it could take more of a place, but I'm not exactly sure if that will take the main focus. And I do think we will have a new crew, so I already have a few friends that are interested in contributing to the channel. And people like Eminem and Patatas Pac-Man are still around, so I'm sure they will also contribute to the channel going forward. And I do see going forward that this change might result in more opportunities to do collaborations. I'm not sure with who, but I do think that would be possible. Please also just leave ideas on what you'd like to see in the comments, as, I have an idea of where I want to take this channel, but if you think you have a good idea on what you'd like to see, then let me know. I mean, this channel is undergoing so many changes that, it could happen. I'm not saying it will, but anything could change at this point. The last big question I want to answer is what will happen to the Shonen Ronin Patreon page. And basically, that page has no function and is kind of obsolete now, as it's not really for this channel anymore. Now, I'm not exactly sure on the details, because that is the Hunter x Hunter 2011 Dick Writing Association page, and kind of shared by writers. So, they might reshape that Patreon for their blog, or for what they're starting, which is called the Misanthropy Report in the future. But that's in the long future, so I don't even think they'll have a function for it. And I don't have any knowledge on this, but the patrons could even just be all deleted before the end of the month. But if you are a patron, I would just, cancel your payment if you're just not interested in that, because this is no longer the Shonen Ronin Patreon page. In fact, I do have an old Patreon, which could be temporarily used, but again, it's not restructured for the channel because I don't even know what the channel will look like in the future. So, the only tier list I had, and this was made by a long time ago, this is for, what if my blog takes off, even though I haven't been blog posting. So the tiers are, you can be a melon or a space pirate. That's literally all the details on this page. So that's purely optional if you, want to help me out a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. But again, this will go through a major restructuring along with the channel, so that is temporary. But that will be the page used moving forward, just in a, there's no tiers or rewards or anything crazy like that. So I think I answered all the major questions going forward, though my brain's a bit foggy, so I don't even know if I did even the bare minimum of that. But now I just want to talk about some literature allegories to make this situation that is a bit tough for me on how to, spin this a bit more positively. And, well, they're all allegories to Hunter x Hunter. And this is how I'm going to explain what exactly happened. Because, like I said, there's not really any big drama or dirt. But I do feel like celebrating, so let's just do a brief history lesson of Shonen Ronin. Unironically, our best moments were probably at the very start when no one was watching us, when we did the Madaka Box podcast. That was a good time. At least we completed the podcast series, though I can't say we ever finished the Kumagawa video. That never happened. A tragedy. So after that podcast, there was some varying success, but for the most part, other than our best performing video, the Elon Musk video, of course, our most viewed video on the channel, which is very unfortunate to say, and it's kind of horrible. Can we please get viewers on our actual good videos? I'm so done with that video. Please stop commenting on it. But anyways, there must have been a sour mood because the Hunter x Hunter DRA, he wanted to quit at that point. And I specifically remember sending this meme image of Poof kneeling to Meruem, and I'm like, please consider just continuing this project. And at that time, I specifically remember sending him the script to Eat the Rich Before They Eat You. And it was the Promise Neverland video. And not to brag or anything, but it must have been so good that he's like, okay, we will continue this project. And Shonen Ronin went on for another year of 2019, and of course, up to 2020. And even though I would try to hype 2020 up as the year Shonen Ronin will take off, well, as everyone is aware, 2020 is a garbage year, and almost nothing good has come from this year. So, the results for this channel have not been exactly meeting expectations. I'm kind of proud that we got anywhere, but there weren't any results to speak of for Hunter, apparently, with his goals that he had in mind. So, I guess it's just not going to work. Shonen Ronin will be ending very soon after we complete the last of the Yu Hakusho series. I could do the Shonen Trope Talk videos, like I said, but, the era of me sending that Poof meme Well, I don't think that's going to happen. This is more like that scene from Hunter x Hunter when Gon and Killua depart. Now, I don't know who is Gon and Killua in this situation. I guess it depends on who doesn't have Nen. So, whoever that would be is gone. But I look at that and I think at least that's a good thing. I mean, yes, there were betrayals. And yes, I did compare myself to Poof at one point. But at the end of the day, we're still good friends. This ended on good terms. And just I'll be happy to see where both of our adventures lead. And I look optimistically to both of our successes. I hope you stick around because the journey for this channel, despite this abrupt end that even took me by surprise, I hope we'll be going in a more interesting direction.